Welcome, fellow villagers of 285. Got something different for y'all today. Just a little short and sweet reaction video to the Book of Boba Fett. Take it away.
I am not a bounty hunter. I've heard otherwise. I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer. Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
All right.
That's how we starting off the
All
new
right.
year, boys.
What y'all think of that so far?
I'm game.
This looks like
Anything better than that mess we had at the theaters. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
We won't speak of
That's
that.
where I'm
We
at.
won't speak of that here.
that doesn't exist. I still haven't watched that mess.
Same. But how do y'all feel like this carries off from how his part felt in The Mandalorian?
I like that. It feels like, honestly, it feels like it's gonna go deeper down that route that I thought the Mandalorian was gonna go.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of this is totally. I mean, it relates to, but you remember that Council of Star Wars game about Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Pretty much, and he was in that one place where it's like a big hole in the earth or whatever. And you seen that similar here with that city, that sunken city down there. That was pretty cool. Really underworld vibes here. Look like Homeboy is sitting on Jabba's throne. You know, he's gonna be a boss. I love the fact that Boba is old, man. I like it. He's a middle-aged guy. I like he's seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I really dig that. Actually, I dig that, man. What y'all think, though, man? It look dirty. It look rusty. Thought they stank. It look good.
It's a little intriguing, I can say for me. What I've been looking forward to with this Star Wars stuff ever since we kind of got on this new train. I say maybe probably like Mandalorian might have started this, or even the game technically could have started this. But I like seeing different points of view. Not to go into the movies, but the Skywalker story, I'm done with that. I feel like I've said it in previous videos. I don't want to see no more about the Skywalkers unless it's like small parts in another story. Like overall, I don't want to hear no continuation of Skywalkers. So to be able to hear and see kind of Boba's story in a sense, and to look at it from a perspective of somebody who is not a good guy by any means, but rather somebody that's gonna get a little raw out here. He ain't afraid to do some stuff.
With them
So
hands.
I'm expecting for Boba to be on some savagery, not total savagery, but he coming for the throne, man. He
Give
got
me
it, to
that
be
bump.
honest with you. But I'm intrigued. I want to see this perspective play out.
Hey, all right. What you think, Sharif?
I'm with it. I see it's usually a lot of the Disney Plus stuff. It seems like they're feeding off their previous releases, and so this actually seemed like it's actually even a bump up from like the Mandalorian. Mandalorian is very like mild to me in a lot of regards, but this one kind of like they really did feed straight from like the OG series
Yeah.
of like a Boba Fett and keep going it from there. And instead of trying to make up some totally new or something weird. Anyway, I'm kind of interested nonetheless. It looks pretty good. I'm liking the theme so far. It can still be a toss up because, of course, Disney, they're usually decent, but they can still go either way. But it should be decent at least.
Think Silk?
Mm, it looks decent. I mean, it's interesting. Disney is on the road. I think we can all say that they learned their lessons from what they released at the theaters. Um, it looked like they giving more creative control to the actual, I guess, showrunners. So thankfully, all of the showrunners, even the Visions, they took they had the essence of Star Wars, and then but they put their own spin on it and made sure that it stayed true to what Star Wars is. So hopefully this does the same. I mean it looks gritty. Like I said, it reminds me of that Council 1313 I think it was called. I think that
That's
was
Yep.
the
what
name
it
of it.
was called. Yep.
What everybody wanted, but we ain't gonna.
Uh,
That's for
yeah.
another
Another
podcast.
topic.
That's another,
Hey,
but anyway,
R.I.P.
it looks like
Everything
they're
there too.
gonna be faithful to the source material. So we'll see what happens. As long as
Yeah.
the plot is good, I mean they on the road, so
Yeah.
as long as they stick to the plan, it should be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I echoes a lot of y'all's sentiment. Same thing for me. I think this appears, at least to on the surface, to be kind of what I thought a lot of people thought Mandalorian was gonna be. Mandalorian was a good show. I can't digress with that, but it was not the Mandalorian I think a lot of people were thinking it was
It
going
was a
to be.
Baby Yoda show.
Yeah, it was the Baby Yoda show, and pretty much that's what kept. And a lot of not in addition to the Baby Yoda, but all the other things addition to it, Ahsoka and everything of that nature. That's kind of like what kind of made Mandalorian as good as it was. The Mandalorian himself was a great actor, very good, well written character, but in terms of what people think in terms of the actual Mandalorian, that grit, that boy, we gonna get that. Look like we gonna get that here with Boba Fett. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, and to your point, Mandalorian's mission became Baby Yoda. So most of the show, we haven't seen him without that mission. You know what I'm saying? So actually, that's why I'm really looking forward to season 3 because what is Mando without uh, Baby Yoda? But here we know that Jabba's palace is on Tatooine. So it looks like if they have the story more concentrated in Tatooine, you can delve deeper into. Oh, he'll be back. You can delve deeper. Thanos snap, man.
It's just getting off. Wait,
You hated it a little too hard, a little too much hate.
He
it,
said he
it
don't
was the
feel too
Disney snap
good.
at the end, man. It's the Disney snap at the
Boy,
end.
Disney done daggone
That's
disrespected
Oh
that
right.
yeah,
snap
yeah,
Disney,
right
man.
there, boy.
Disney
Disney went in the vault and got
listening, bro.
that gauntlet. And said, hold up, what? Hold up.
Said,
Boy, just pop me out like that, boy.
yeah,
Boy.
man. Yeah, dude. But I mean, yeah, it's on Tatooine, so hopefully they can dig deeper into, the under, the criminal side of Tatooine. That'd be dope. Maybe we could see how he survived the Sarlacc pit. You know what I'm saying? A canon story of how he survived. Because he's got little scars on him. But yeah, man. That's what in this trailer. If you look, he's Disney. They cut the black, but he took their weapon and just cut some dude's head off, but they fade to black because
Eat that grit.
oh boy,
Hmm.
it's the mouth show. But
I mean, I don't know, cause man, he had them hands in Mandalorian when he was on the episodes where he was on Mandalorian. He had them hands. So
knee rockets, knee
you
rockets,
need to bring this to here, this right here.
knee rockets, man. That's all I gotta say about Boba. Yeah, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
dude. I mean, it's like Silk said, Disney role. I think, man, I think it's John Favreau. I think he's on the roll. I think, that Kathleen ain't got nothing to do with this. She's trash. I will say that in every opportunity I get the chance to. Um, let's get her out of there. Cause the movies was hot garb. I mean, God, they
Big
still hurt me.
time.
What's up, Blue?
big time trash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
man.
time trash. Yes, exactly. So,
Big trash energy.
yeah, exactly. Do y'all feel like this is a natural progression for his character? Y'all like what they're doing with his character?
Is there a jump for y'all? Yeah, like that's a good question. Y'all know a little more of the. You have more references for it. So like, do you feel like there's a jump in the whole Boba Fett story with them jumping to this age of him? Don't you feel like they have to kind of like fill in the gap for y'all, or
Mm,
I mean, because the EU stuff got canceled. You know what I'm saying? So Boba showing up in Mando was the first time we seen him since Luke kicked him into that Sarlacc pit.
yeah?
So yeah, that's the thing. Like, will this story show us, what happened in between, or did that stuff? When he showed up in Mando, what did he say? Like, no, he didn't even have his armor. Remember?
No.
Remember, because that's why he showed up. He wanted the armor. He was after the
Yeah.
armor. He was trying to find his armor because old boy stole it. It got stolen.
Okay. That was on Tatooine.
Hmm.
He found that guy who
Yeah.
stole the armor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 Question: Does maybe I don't know for sure. What's the timeline between when the Sarlacc pit happened and then when we see Mando when we see Boba and Mando?
Oh, that's a good point. Not too long,
That's
actually.
not too long. Because I
Because
mean, oh,
Because I think Mando takes place, what is it, like 2 years after the Empire falls?
okay.
Oh yeah,
Something. I
something like
gotta
that.
look
Yeah.
that up.
Something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna say if the time jump was like a longer distance, I feel like 2 years is kind of maybe you could probably play it off with the Sarlacc pit a little bit, but as far as like explaining where he's from or explaining his progression to now, I don't know if I need much outside of it. If it was like I said, if it was a
Gotcha.
longer time period that he had been gone, I'd say yeah, maybe you need to give me something. But I can take Sarlacc pit for a little bit,
Yeah.
Right.
I would be curious to see, if they would want to cover the events or at least something to the degree of after his father Django died to
Mhm.
when he donned the armor himself.
Mm,
That would be an interesting take on what happened to him during that time period.
yeah, yeah. To answer your question, Mando takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
And correct me if I'm wrong, they did in Mando they did clarify that he is not Mandalorian.
Right, right. I don't think he ever claims to be.
No, he
I
never
think
claimed.
they started to show off with that.
Yeah, he never claimed to be. He never claimed to be. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, could we get more behind the scenes of him working with Vader? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
Mm.
Vader's walking, he hits the corner, he be like, "Oh, this is stupid. This is so dumb." You know what I'm saying? Like, could we get those flashbacks when he worked with Vader? Like, we don't even know how Vader found him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And
oh
Disney's been
man,
doing a lot of hinting at a lot of their villains or trying to create that and doing nothing with it. So that could be their little Easter egg kind of stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
would you, excuse me, would you mind the like dual stories going on? Would you mind having like a past explaining some Boba adventures, but then also jumps here to where we are currently and still continues his story? I don't know,
I
maybe it's like a way to bridge his thinking between the two.
I feel like they're gonna do that given the name of the title, the Book of Boba Fett. In other words, the history of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Kind of, in essence, is kind of like what the title is alluding to. Not
Mhm.
necessarily saying that's maybe what they're gonna do, but it seems to be that might be the case. Because we
Or
honestly really don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah.
what if it's just each episode is just like another tale of Boba Fett. So the different things
Mm,
that happen.
mm.
So it's like a chapter 1,
Mm.
this is how I got this. Chapter 2, I killed this guy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that because that's what Mandalorian did, and I'm hoping this does something different. You know what I'm saying? Because Mando has episodes, like even with Bebop, it happens, something happens, but it doesn't progress the overall narrative. I'm hoping this one does something different in that aspect. I hope each episode builds. You know what I'm saying? Builds into something because the trailer hints at that he's gonna be the next big boss. Because since Jabba got yoked up. Jabba got,
Yep.
he got
Yep.
yoked up by my girl, by Princess Leia.
Leia.
Yeah, yeah. She got that neck. Literally, she took that neck. Um, yeah, I mean, and that's what they hint at. So, and I think in terms of the audience, what people want to see is Boba Fett kick butt. I mean, that's what he did when he first showed up. I think that's what people want to see, and I think that's what they're gonna pretty much give us. Because he was savage.
Yeah.
He made Mando look like a little boy. I
He
ain't gonna lie.
did,
Right.
he did. And that was before he got the armor. And that was before. Then he picked the armor up and just whoop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think it's good. Definitely looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it more than I was when Mando was first being advertised. I was like, all right. But now this, I'm actually really curious about his character, what they're gonna do with it, how they're gonna progress the mythos, so to speak, of Boba Fett.
It'll be very
Question.
interesting.
Uh, in the vein of Mandalorian, I hope it doesn't take too many points from Mando because, like I said, there's some like it. I want to see more of the Mandalorian just by himself. But of course, we know throughout the show we have a whole lot of secret people being implemented like all the way around, whether it's Luke or Ahsoka and stuff like that. Do you think that there is somebody that they might try to keep for a secret and then show off in Boba Fett? And if there is a person, who would you want to appear in this story?
Man, so it can't be Ahsoka, it can't be Luke, can't be Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's dead. Man, that's a good question, Blue.
Like we know there could be a possibility if we're going into Boba's history of Vader. So I'm cool with seeing Vader, of course.
Yeah.
But you know.
I wasn't thinking about it like that, but yeah, in the past, yeah, man. Or like what Sonke said, something, you know, something, reflecting on the events after Mace Windu got that headshot. Um, it's glorious. But yeah, man, I don't know. Man. I'll take any of that stuff. I'll take any of that stuff.
Yeah.
What's up, Remy?
No, I said, to be honest, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'd take anything. I honestly really have no expectations regards to that. Like, just, tell me a good story about this character. It's obvious that he's a part of a larger universe, so it'll be interesting to see who they do have tie into it, because obviously they clearly have planned a lot, given the Ahsoka series. We know an Obi-Wan series is happening. We know, obviously Mandalorian's coming back for season 3. Who knows what they'll be doing with that? I have some theories about that, but that's another podcast in general. But
Man.
Overall, I think I'm excited for it. What say y'all? Y'all excited for it? Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. Just what you said, man. Like Ahsoka's getting a series.
Ahsoka's getting a series. That's why she was in Mandalorian. Mandalorian was kind of supposed to be the kickoff to show what is their larger goal. So they got a Rogue Squadron series that's supposed to be happening. They got an Ahsoka series, an Obi-Wan series,
Right.
And then of course Mandalorian season 3, and now Book of Boba Fett. Who knows what they'll even do? They might even do something with Luke and Baby Yoda. Maybe that might lead to another series or something of that nature. Young Jedis or something of that nature. Who knows? So there's clearly a big Star Wars universe they're trying to build just with TV right now.
Yeah, I mean, but they're in like this sweet spot after Return of the Jedi. Like, this is selfish. This is a selfish request. When I
You want that Vader? You want that Vader boy back? You want that Vader boy back?
Vader going after the Jedi.
Vader gone. Ain't you worry about him. He gone.
He
gone.
I want that, but man, you can do
He
a book
gone.
of Boba Fett. Give me a book of Windu, bro. Give it to me.
I don't want that. I don't.
Thinking about Clone Wars. That's what you thinking about. You thinking about that window from Clone Wars. That's what you thinking about.
I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
I want that, bro.
I don't. Because this was gonna happen. This is what's going to happen. It's gonna be so good. But then you're gonna go back to the prequel thread and be like, he did all of that to get oh no. That was the equivalent of when we saw what he did in the Clone Wars cartoon. When he did that infamous scene, he was like, no way, this man did not see none of this coming and got zapped. The man got.
He's still alive though, man. He's still alive,
That's
man.
so sad.
He got 2 HP left, bro. Thunderbolt didn't
Yeah,
work. It wasn't that
there
effective.
is a case to be made there. There was no confirmation he was
It
killed.
was
You
not.
see nobody.
There was
You
no
didn't see a
body, no
body.
confirmation he was
You
killed.
right. You
He
right.
could be he could be out there, and they may do a series about him.
I mean, Sam's still walking around.
Well, I'm gonna say that then. That's what I want in Boba Fett. I want Mace Windu. I want him to show up.
Wouldn't that be crazy though? Have Boba
Yes.
Fett meet the killer of his father, bro.
Yes.
It's different.
Bruh, just let me see a purple lightsaber. And the thing is, you know what? Mace was so dope that sure there's other Jedi that had the purple blade, but it's only one owner of the purple blade, man. It's Mace, man. Like until he passes that on, it's his blade, bro. That's just why I'm at it with it, man. Cause boy, what he did in Clone Wars, like the animated show, he literally reached out with the force and unscrewed every nut and bolt from these joints and just left them dropping to pieces, man. I was
The man had them force hands. He had them force
Force
hands.
I'm
hands.
though.
saying he had the fourth hand. That was the crazy part. It's like
strong in the force, strong, man.
All right, final thing though. Would you recommend people to go see this?
Yeah, man.
Get ready.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like Silk was saying. You know, it's that Disney allowed them to flex a little bit. You know, but Blue mentioned this before, and I agree with him. You know, it's time for Star Wars to reach out into new places. You know, I'm glad to see Boba. I mean, because Boba is one of those characters we don't know much about, so there's room to expand here. But after this, Ahsoka, cool, Ahsoka, okay, cool. After this though, we need new characters. Don't let some stupid team write for you, who don't know nothing about Star Wars. Let's get some of them cats that did them Visions episodes. Let them write for you, because that's something that we're gonna talk about. I don't care. I'm saying this right now, right here, right now. We're gonna talk about Visions. Y'all ain't get away from that.
We all agree.
Agreed.
That
Agreed.
Visions. Yeah, I mean, but that show showed that Star Wars has new things still has things up its sleeve. So I would definitely recommend this. Watch. It's gonna be a good time, I think.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I would for sure recommend this, and I'd take it a step further. For all the Star Wars fans that I know have been let down and heartbroken, come on back home, man. Come on back home. After Star Wars Visions, my whole perspective of Star Wars has just changed.
There's 4 movies that they can do off of that right now.
So much. It's so much.
The twins, that could be his own trilogy.
So
I would
much.
watch every one of that.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would watch that.
It's just it's like I bring that up not to make this about Star Wars Visions, but to show Star Wars we're in a good place right now, just in general, and we getting even better. Let's not forget about that KOTOR remake either.
Oh, I have not. I'm not forgotten about
But
that.
we are in a wonderful time to be a Star Wars fan. So I would for sure recommend this, man. Just come on back to the train. We all here.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. They're finally back into telling, a story. It's safe to say at least with the last trilogy, they focused more on the trying to solve a character arc. Trying to resolve an arc we really didn't care for. And I think with after that we did with the Mandalorian with Visions, it's about the Force and telling a story around that. Like, yeah, the Force is a part of this story, and it's still intertwined. With the last thriller, they kept going with the Skywalker thing, and it was like we didn't. Do we really need that? Because with the first one, we know the first one, it it teased us. It had a lot of potential. We thought we was going to get a black man wielding the force, and none of that happened. They literally went all the way back, and we can talk about that later. But
Oh, that made me so angry.
it was so much potential they could have done, and they just went back and, you know, I don't know. I have a lot to say. We ain't got a lot of time, but I just like with the way they're going is that they're telling, like everybody's saying, we're in a galaxy far, far away. It's time to tell those type of stories that takes place in a galaxy far, far away. Not dealing with this family line 40 years later after the original trilogy. We're still talking about them. I'm like, we could have been moved on, something else, you know. So it is what it is. Like I said, I liked, especially with Vision, that reignited everything because there was so many stories that you could just tell. So hey, let's see what Boba Fett does, man. Hopefully it becomes so good that they just would dismiss the last trilogy. They'll just say that's put that in the EU, put that in the legends, put that in the legends.
Forgotten.
I would be happy. I would be happy they did.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Same.
I would be happy. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
If they just write that off and like start all over.
It dawns on me every day how bad the last three were.
But the Ahsoka series has a shot to do it because she time travels straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, so
We'll see.
break that junk because the trilogy, all I think of is this. That's it.
Where's Ray?
That's all.
That's all.
But then again, that's a topic for another time.
That's
What
how
say-
Yeah.
what say you, Art Dot? What say you, Art Dot?
It's an easy recommendation. We out here. Like I said, it's even for the casual people, the casual fans. Of course, I'm not like the most diehard, but I don't. It's interesting enough, and most of them have seen, at least the original six. Since these last three, at least the six, and Boba Fett was always at least a halfway interesting person for everyone. He's never seemed like we need to get him out of here. He was good, so it's like it's definitely like this is an easy watch for me. I'm interested. The trailer's already a good one. He didn't even have to have no gimmick or no like kind of clickbait for it. It was Boba, and you got Jar Jar Banks out of here, and he's in his seat, so it's like, nah, it should be good. It should be good.
All right. Very good. Nice. Well, y'all heard it here first. Nice little quick reaction video. We highly recommend that you go and get ready to watch the Book of Boba Fett. Again, always tune in to your boys. Be ready in here. Always bringing y'all good content. Always tune in. Keep it up. Blue, Brando, Silk, Art Dot, myself, your host, Song K. Y'all peace out. It's been Village 285. Hey!
Alright, let me talk to him real quick. Brando G on the track. Yeah, Japan man, I'm gonna end the video, but let me talk to him. Like and subscribe to them Village Boys 285. Ring the bell so you can tell when we go live. It's over